The air on planet Namek was thick with smoke and energy residue. Craters littered the landscape, and the sea boiled with the remnants of Goku and Frieza's cataclysmic battle. Gohan watched from a distant cliff, bloodied and bruised, clutching Piccolo's unconscious body. A blinding flash erupted in the sky as Goku, transformed into a Super Saiyan, collided with Frieza in a final desperate strike. The shockwaves shattered the surrounding terrain, and for a moment, all went silent. Gohan stood, eyes wide. "Dad!" As the dust settled, Frieza's battered form hovered in the air. Burnt, torn, and furious, but still alive. Below him, Goku's body crashed into the ground with a sickening thud. Silent, motionless. "Dad!" Gohan screamed and dashed toward him. Frieza landed beside Goku's lifeless body, smirking with a crooked grin. So much for the mighty Super Saiyan. Gohan skidded to a halt just a few feet away, his knees giving out as he fell beside his father. He shook Goku's body, tears streaming down his face. There was no response. "You, monster," he whispered. Frieza laughed. "And now the brat wants to play hero. How adorable." But something inside Gohan shattered. His heart pounded louder than ever before. The world around him began to distort. His pupils narrowed, and his aura flickered erratically, shifting from white to red to violet. His ki began to surge, raw and untamed. Frieza cocked his head. "What is this?" Gohan stood, trembling, his eyes glowing silver. The ground cracked beneath him as his energy exploded outward, sending shockwaves in every direction. Lightning danced around his small frame. The beast was stirring. The storm around Gohan intensified. Lightning split the skies of Namek as his aura surged and twisted. His small body was engulfed in a wild, radiant energy, something ancient, primal, and terrifying. Frieza took a cautious step back. "This power, it's not Super Saiyan. What are you?" Gohan's head tilted slightly. His eyes, now glowing with an eerie silver light, locked onto Frieza. He didn't speak. He didn't need to. A pulse of raw ki erupted from him, flattening the land and sending Frieza skidding backward across the ground. Rocks shattered, the sea roared, and even the sky above seemed to darken under the weight of this new presence. Piccolo, barely conscious, opened one eye from the cliffside. That energy, that's not Gohan, or rather, not the Gohan we know. Krillin, clinging to a piece of floating debris, felt the pressure hit his chest like a hammer. It's like he's not even human anymore. Frieza scowled. "I've had enough of this." He launched forward, a purple beam of death aimed directly at Gohan's chest. But before it could connect, Gohan moved. Not teleported, not dodged, moved. So fast that even Frieza couldn't track him. The beam missed. Gohan was already behind Frieza. With one raised palm, he whispered, "You'll pay." His voice was deeper, echoing with a layered growl, like something ancient was speaking through him. Gohan struck. A single blow landed on Frieza's back, and the tyrant screamed as his body was launched through a mountain. An explosion followed, turning the peak into dust. Frieza tumbled through the sky, stunned. "What in the hell is that, kid?" Gohan didn't chase. He stood in silence, energy swirling around him like a beast unleashed from its cage. His hair remained black, but spiked differently, wild, untamed, and his aura now carried flecks of violet and red. The form was raw, unstable. It wasn't Super Saiyan. It was something new, something only he could tap into. The beast form. From the rubble of the shattered mountain, Frieza emerged, blood dripping from his mouth, armor cracked, his pride more wounded than his body. He floated slowly back, rage bubbling beneath the surface. "You insignificant little worm, I'll tear you apart." But Gohan didn't flinch. His silver eyes locked on Frieza, unreadable, unshaken. Piccolo groaned from the rocks above. "This isn't like any transformation I've ever seen. It's as if all of Gohan's hidden potential is exploding at once." Frieza screamed and launched a barrage of energy blasts, hundreds of them. They lit up the sky, each one capable of destroying a mountain. But Gohan stood still, his aura reacting instinctively. The blasts struck, then disintegrated on impact, as if his energy was devouring them. Gohan raised a hand, and a blast of dark red energy fired like a cannon. Frieza barely dodged it, but the blast continued, ripping through Namek's crust and exploding miles away in the ocean. A massive geyser erupted. Frieza turned back, sweating now. "I see. You've become some kind of freak, a mutant, an error of nature." Gohan finally spoke. His voice was calm, but unnaturally low and resonant. "I gave you a chance to stop. You killed my father. You destroyed this planet. And you never learn." Frieza sneered and powered up, lightning sparking around him. "Fine then, no more games." With a furious cry, Frieza ascended to 100% full power, his muscles bulging, veins pumping, aura crackling wildly. "I'll show you the true strength of the Emperor of the Universe." Gohan's aura flared in response, his feet sinking into the rock beneath him. He crouched slightly, hands clenched. His instincts were sharpening. The beast form was growing more stable by the second. Frieza dashed in with blinding speed and threw a heavy punch. This time, Gohan blocked it. With one hand. The impact shook the island, yet Gohan didn't move an inch. Frieza stared in disbelief. Gohan whispered, "You've already lost." Then he countered, a knee to the gut, an elbow to the face, a spinning kick that launched Frieza into the air like a rag doll. Frieza flew high above Namek, blood dripping from his mouth. "Damn it! He's overpowering me!" Gohan's form slowly rose after him, surrounded by an aura of lightning and primal rage. This wasn't about revenge anymore. This was judgment, and Gohan was just getting started. Frieza hovered in the stratosphere of Namek, his chest heaving, golden eyes wide with disbelief. The power of the boy, no, the beast below him, was beyond anything he had faced. Even Goku hadn't terrified him like this. "Enough of this!" Frieza snarled, blood dripping from his mouth. "If I can't kill the boy, I'll destroy everything he loves." He raised both hands and formed a glowing sphere of ki, dense, black and red, with a vibrating hum that rattled the air. The planet killer, a technique he'd reserved for his most desperate moments. Below, Gohan's head tilted upward. His beastly instincts buzzed with alarm. The energy wasn't aimed at him, it was aimed at everyone else. Krillin, Dende, and Piccolo looked up in horror from their positions across the battlefield. The size of the blast, it would vaporize the entire region of the planet. Frieza cackled. "You care too much, boy. That's your weakness." He hurled the sphere downward. Gohan vanished in a blink. The others barely had time to scream before Gohan reappeared beneath the falling bomb, both arms raised. He caught it, but the weight of the energy drove him down, crushing the land beneath his feet. His aura flared in desperation as he held it back, his body trembling under the force. "Gohan!" Krillin shouted. Piccolo struggled to stand. "He can't deflect it. It's too unstable. If it touches the planet..." The sphere crackled violently, pressing down. Gohan growled, muscles bulging, veins popping along his arms. "No, I won't let it end like this." With a primal scream, his aura exploded. Lightning danced violently around him. His hair grew slightly longer, his canines sharpened, and a second pulse of silver light burst from his body. For a moment, time seemed to stop. Gohan absorbed the energy, not destroyed it, not deflected it, absorbed it into his aura, like feeding the beast. Frieza's jaw dropped. "What? What are you?" Gohan slowly raised his head, his body glowing like a dying star. His voice was like a storm given form. "I'm your nightmare." Then he rocketed forward, faster than light, and drove his fist into Frieza's stomach. The tyrant's eyes bulged as he spat blood and was hurled through the clouds, a shockwave following in Gohan's wake. Frieza hit the ground like a meteor. Smoke rose. Silence. Gohan landed, breathing heavily. His beast form was becoming more refined, more his. But inside he felt it. There was a cost. His control was fraying. He looked at his hands. What if he lost himself?